Okay, guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Said the old lady as she kissed the cow. What does that mean? Everybody to their taste, said the old lady as she kissed the cow. Meaning, I'm talking about her kissing his ass. Meaning, different things appeal to different individuals. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so dig this, right? You got somebody who is on the opposite sides of the track. Maybe culturally speaking, because you got two people that got a problem with, well, I don't think it's the two people that have a problem with each other. Maybe one of them bitched out because they know how other people might feel about it. Like, oh, you got some melanin on your arm, or she got something else like French or Spanish or something different from a West Indian. Let's say like a West Indian going with a French person, or a West Indian going with an Italian or something like that. Like, oh, hold the fuck up. Like, who said y'all were allowed to go together? Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. Okay, this fell on the floor when I was shuffling this deck. I never used this deck. Y'all bought this deck 4 years ago. And this is the Lovers. Never used this deck. And the only reason why I was called to pull this deck out, because this deck, I pulled out every Italian deck in my collection. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if this deck's Italian too. This is like the romantic oracle deck, or you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna use New Orleans deck. Like, get this shit out of here. Get all this emotional chow. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Because I have intuitive messages for y'all. You ain't gotta drop the cards essentially. Like, you could just read the deck. Just read the energy. The problem is somebody's clumsy about their feelings. Remember I gave the example of Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Usher. They break dance and they like move around like they look like they're about to fall, but they have a swag to it. Like, it looks like they're about to fall, but they're really just dancing. Like they are in total control. But they're like tripping and falling all over the place. Well, when I was shuffling this deck, like, I had this deck that I was shuffling, but this card was stuck in there. Like, I don't know how this card got mixed in there, but this is the World card. Oh, so this is the end of a phase 1, maybe phase 2, phase 3 for some, but it's 7 phases to this process. Why 7? I don't know. Like, I don't take it how it resonates. But this card fell all the way under the table on the floor. Like, this is the Lovers card. And then I pulled the deck. I pulled from the bottom. I can still further amplify. You got the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. So let's melanate on this energy. Remind you, these decks is Italian decks too. And then when I split the deck, because I was about to keep shuffling, and now when I split the deck, is like the Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So that's Jupiter energy. That's Sagittarius energy. This is business. That screams business to me. That screams somebody is starting to pay attention to you because your business is in the public's eye. Even if you didn't mean for it to be, it's in the public's eye. So now they feel like you're a match. Or I feel like that's going to be the excuse they use, that why they think you're a match when they always knew y'all was a fucking match. So when I see the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords, it's like, this is somebody who was like, yes, I feel like I should apologize. Got off on the wrong foot kind of thing. Within the Three of Swords is like, they look down on you at one time until they realize you got some money in your pocket. Now they want to be friends with you because you got when I split the deck, I told you I just split the deck to shuffle it, and I saw the Queen of Wands, yeah, and the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Alright, now, first of all, the Lovers card represents authenticity, being true to yourself. So maybe you focused on you and stop focusing on somebody. But what I really feel like with this intuition is that somebody really has a taste bud for you, as an acquired taste. Like eating sushi is an acquired taste. Drinking wine is an acquired taste. Biracial couples I thought love is love. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the package it comes into. But sometimes people make you feel like you're being naive for being in a biracial couple. Like, why can't I be pro-black and have a European husband? Like, who the fuck you talking to? Like, you know, you don't even have the same love in your life or a similar love in your life. And I think of Candace Owens when I say that. Like, everybody want to cancel her because her husband is European. But it doesn't change the fact that she's pro-black. It doesn't change the fact that her argument is put the men back in their households instead of women and children relying on a welfare system to get by, to be enslaved into that welfare system, as opposed to keeping a man in the household so he can provide for his own fucking family instead of Uncle Sam pimping this woman and children out for a capital gain. Well, you ain't like that I said that? Like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Shuffle. Shuffle for the collector. Some people, I feel like somebody got something to get on. Okay, another card that fell on the floor. And that is the Five of Wands. You got somebody in a jealous rage because they didn't understand. It's like what y'all had together was sacred. And what y'all had together was private. They knew what y'all had. But when you, I feel like you got to bite that won't quit. They thought because you was like an empathic, maybe you're mature for your age or something like that, and you're true to yourself, like the right, wrong, or indifferent, you said something to this motherfucker, and it's like got them their head spinning, and it made them have to face their feelings because they couldn't hide behind their job, rumors, assassination of character. I feel like this motherfucker did a Barzini on you. And its irony is y'all stand for the same things. But do you really if they pull the Barzini on you? And if anybody who loves Godfather understands that when Marlon Brando told Al Pacino, which was father and son conversation, it's like, by then, the Godfather, Marlon Brando was too sick. This was Godfather 1 by this. If anybody who don't understand, this is Godfather 1. And he told Al Pacino in a private conversation, they're sitting outside on his property, and they're like on the family estate, and he's asking him, you know, did you check the phone lines? There's little stuff that he's asking him. He's like, yeah, I did it already, Pops. He's like, okay, yeah, I forgot. He's like, what's the matter, Pops? Like what's bothering you? He said, I never wanted this for you. Listen to what I say, and it'll cater to what I'm about to say next. The father says to Al Pacino, I never wanted this for you. You know, maybe Sonny, Fredo, but you, I always thought of you as Senator Corleone. You know, I thought that you would like bridge into other things that are more like political, that gain is great for the family name, but he made his bones through organized crime. But he's like, I made my living for a family. I don't apologize for how I earned my living for my family. You know, I did a lot in my day, and I don't apologize for how I provided for my family. But for you, I always feel like you was going to be like the senator or president or governor. Like he understood Michael's intelligence, and it's crazy because Michael was just like his father, so he understood that Michael's intelligence ruled him, you know, in a way where it's like Michael didn't even want to be a part of his father's business. But when they tried to assassinate his father, he had to jump in and say, I'm the only one with the brains and the backbone at the same damn time to annihilate any competitor, no matter what it takes to stop you from getting on top of my family. So he had to jump in. You know, him and Kay had a thing. And it's something like that. It's like he had to ghost Kay for like some years, several years. Like if you follow the storyline, he didn't see Kay in like 5 years. She had to move on. Like she was looking for him and shit. She went to the family. She went to Tom Hagen, which was his adopted son, which was somebody's son he brought home as a kid. And his father took him in as his 4th son because he already had 3 sons, which was Sonny, Fredo, and Michael. And he had Constantia, which was Connie, the one sister. He had 4 kids from himself. And he had Tom Hagen as an adopted son. So he had 5 kids that he claimed. And Tom Hagen went on to be the lawyer for the family concierge. But one thing about Tom was not a wartime concierge. So when Michael had to step in for his father once they tried to assassinate him, it's like Tom couldn't help him through everything. Tom was not a wartime concierge, so he had to exclude Tom, and Tom really hurt his feelings. It hurt Tom's feelings at first because he didn't understand. It's like, why am I out? So Tom was thinking all kinds of shit. It's like, because I'm not Italian, I'm German Irish, so you think that I'm not good enough. He felt like that. So dig this. There's a biracial family. So somebody sees you as their ideal match, but you're biracial, or kind of something like that. And it's a Five of Wands that's clarifying this Lovers card. So Lovers also represents a choice. That's a major arcana. Lovers talks about being authentic. When I see the Lovers card, initially I think about authenticity, being true to yourself, maybe a counterpart, but it also represents choices in who your ideal counterpart is. So you could be on the scene, befriending people, social networking, like real three of cups energy, social networking, happy, harmonious. You just want to meet people all the time, but you're not serious about these people. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So I don't know where I left off at, but it's somebody who understands you on a deeper level, just like you understand them. But their experience through this journey is not like your experience through this journey. Your experience is very in depth, or theirs is, and yours is more of the masculine energy. More is like, I'm trying to like see life. I'm trying to take action in it by any means necessary. You know, it's like it's a thing where I can have a lot of people at my disposal. Obviously, I have choices. I have people who are competing over me with the Five of Wands and the Lovers. Like, you definitely got people competing over you, or your person does. And now you're starting to embody that energy, and this person is like, it's starting a whole new chapter in this phase of progress, this thing of journey, this journey of ours. I was talking about Godfather, but I forgot where I left off. But listen, let me ponder this shit for a second. Your person who you're meant to be with, you're supposed to be doing something spontaneous. Who you're supposed to infuse adventure with the reality of being in love, not the idea of being in love, because there's two different things. They are two different things. They're a doctor. You're a doctor. You know, they watch you. I don't know what you said to them, but you got them pondering over what is this connection supposed to be teaching them now, as opposed to what can I get out of this connection, because you must have pulled your energy back somehow, some way, because now it's a shift from feeling like they need to be on top of you, but rejecting you, feeling like they had power over you. This is a Three of Swords, but you see how this person is standing over them, and this person is at their mercy. They felt like you were at their mercy, and they're not, and you're not. And now they have to come back and offer that cup of love instead of that sword of love. That's two different avenues. And it's interesting because this Three of Swords is under this Five of Wands, so it's competition. Five of Wands also represents competition. So they wanted to see who would give in first, and they felt like you were the one giving in first. So they had the sword up against you. It's like, I won. It's not a competition. And now they understand that. Like, it's not going to be a game it's not, you can't expect to win if it's going to be a game from the beginning. So if you put the Page of Cups underneath the Lovers, they want to tell you some things. They want to like go on this. It's like, this is how they really feel, but they hide behind a shell or some kind of like barrier or some kind, because the Five of Wands has a barrier up. Like, they have some kind of shell or some kind of like wall up or something like that. And you got this person manifesting you to come back because they can't address their feelings independently. They have to have you there to support them through all their ups and downs and their emotional ins and outs. However, you understand your self-worth, so there's no such thing as you being all that for this person and they are not showing up for you. It's not a lopsided friendship, or it's not a lopsided emotional connection. I don't even think the connection is emotional. I think the connection is starting a new phase of what it really means. So we'll get to that in a second. What else is okay? I don't like the cards flipping out every damn where. Here go the Five of Wands again, and the Emperor. He's jealous over you. What's this? Ten of Pentacles. The nerve. It's like they made you feel like they were like you were crazy for feeling the way that you felt, and all the while they are trying to beat out the competition. The Five of Wands is here twice. You know, it's like you were being gaslit into thinking you were crazy for picking up on how they really feel about you, when in actuality, you knew how they feel about you. You got the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. I never had nobody put me in my place like that. Not like you. That's how I know who you are. But then you have to realize, if it's some kind of like spiritual journey, they don't respond to it in the way that you do. Let me see something. House 6 is Virgo. Established foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. And on the bottom is House 3, which is Gemini. So they're prominent placements in their chart: early learning, childhood relationships, and the rational mind, and communication. So when it comes to their emotions, they communicate their wants and needs. They know that when out of all the people they communicated with, they connected the deepest with you. It's a familiarity with you. And the Lovers is Gemini energy. So you speak to them in a way that no one else has, and there's the Moon. What is all this about? I feel like this video, this message, this part of the message is a cliffhanger because the world is here. So I'm going to flip one more card because you got, and this is going to carry into the next video. And I'm going to use all of these decks. But this is an opening message, a spiffy opener. House 1 is Aries, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. There's nobody like me. And then on the bottom that's clarifying that is Cancer. Nurturing, comfort, protection. That gives me self-love energy, self-confidence, self-assurance. Nobody's going to take care of me the way I take care of me, because I never trusted that anybody knew how to handle all of this. But you do. I don't know what kind of solidity you come from, but you can handle this in a way. I now trust. It's like I feel like he always trusted that you can handle him or be with him or you know how to take care of him. You know how to be solid for him while he goes through his personal changes. If this is a woman to a man or a man to a woman. I feel like this is a man. And then you have House 10, which is Capricorn. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments in Capricorn. I'm sorry, and career. It's like I hear clairaudiency. You got to understand that my mission in life is to keep my family's name, is to get it as high in society as possible. But I always knew that I was supposed to be doing more than that. I was supposed to be a part of more than that. I was supposed to be doing it with I have to have the right kind of partner next to me. And what's on the bottom is conjunction. A union, merging, and coming together. So why did he cuss you out so bad about you being the right thing for him, a balance to him? And it almost feels like narcissism, but I don't feel like it's narcissism. I just feel like this person is scared of their own feelings towards you, and then they projected it to you, went through a phase of it. They went through you know how people go through phases? This person went through moods of it. Like they have that mood where maybe this person may not like me. And then they went through a mood where maybe this isn't good enough, or yin. There you go. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality. Trust is the big word. That's what I kept hearing, trust. They trust you. And there's a cardinal sign. Your cardinal signs are what? Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. I feel like if they got two of them, you got the other two of them. So these are receptive energies. Instigation, bravery, and pioneering spirit. Like they know they're supposed to come together with you for some great purpose. I feel like you two coming together will really spark, be it the reality of being in love while pursuing an adventure. So if you create something together, it's going to be phenomenal. You two are going to like wreak havoc together. I believe that. I believe that about y'all, because it's going to radically change the tradition of how things are accustomed to being, while being playful with each other and being in love at the same time. House 5 is Leo energy, but Aquarius is the balance to Leo energy, because Aquarius and Leo are opposites, polar opposites. They walk to the beat of their own drum, and I feel like you both balance it out. So this could be you two's Lilith. Yang. So you got yin yang here, proactivity, expression, doing, and moving forward. So you have a balance here, like I said. Lilith is your shadow side, your moon side. How people describe a Lilith is your inner bitch. Google it and see what your Lilith sign is. It's not like your north node, south node. So whatever your north node is, for example, if your north node is Gemini, your south node would be Sagittarius. Polar opposite, whatever it is. So your north nodes could be, you could have that in common. House 6, house 3, that could be your north node. I feel like this Uranus and house 5, passion, play, children, confident, and creativity. I feel like that is your Lilith. So you got your sun and your moon here. And they keep wanting to show up. But it's like when they show up, you want to run. And when you want to show up, they want to run. So it's a runner-chaser vibe. You got a kind of an ass white couch. Like you don't want your shitty ass stains on a white couch. It's polar opposite. See what I'm saying? Oh, you got fixed. And I feel like with that stability, persistent, loyalty, dependability, you know you can trust each other. Just like that person trusts you, you trust them. And what's on the bottom? House 9. This is a spiritual journey. So, okay. Looking at the fixed and the house 9 is Sagittarius, spiritual growth. If you put that together, fixed energy is inflexible. They don't bend. They're very slow to change. And this spiritual growth is like, it may take a while for y'all to get it right. On one hand, and on the other hand, it is definitely, indefinitely a spiritual journey for both of you. That's why you're going through so many changes. That's why the world card is here. It's a new beginning. Jupiter. Growth and expansion, more Sagittarius energy. And on the bottom, it's a sun. I cannot make this shit up. It's freaking me out. Somebody's energy is Leo to Sagittarius. So self-expression and embodying the truth and growth and expansion. This Jupiter energy is going to teach the sun energy, which would be Sag and Leo energy. The sun is Leo, the Jupiter is Sag. The Sag energy is going to persuade the Leo energy that you are safe in knowing that you may feel a way, right, wrong, or indifferent. Whatever you're going to feel at the end of the day is going to change your life for the better. For the better in a way where it combines the reality of adventure and being in love at the same time. So this sun energy is heavily influenced by the Sag energy. So that could be communication with the house 3. When I see that, house 3 is communication. That's Gemini energy. But both your communication energies align, is very compatible at the end of the day, where you may have to persuade this person into taking a chance to do something different. After all, you have conjunction, you have a union merging and coming together. This reading is freaking me out because it's like the opening act for what's really about to happen, even though this is happening. Sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. Meaning Venus, give and receive love, find value and see the beauty. So on one hand, this Jupiter energy is like, I don't think this is going to work. This person is fixed and flexible, almost coming off like a miser, that this is not meant to be. Like, I don't think so. When in actuality, this Sun energy, this Leo energy, maybe the Leo is in Venus, and give and receive love and find value and see the beauty. They see you for who you are, but they scared of you for what they love about you at the same time. We're going to keep going? Let's keep going. All right, what's this? House 8. Transformation. That would be Scorpio energy. Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies. And on the bottom is planet Mars. That's part of Scorpio energy. Scorpio was initially ruled by Mars, and then they eventually were ruled by Pluto, but they are the only zodiac sign that are ruled by 2 fucking planets. Moving forward, self-defend. So y'all compatible. Y'all understand each other. Because that's looking at you for the change you bring to their life, but they're also passionate about the change you bring in their life. Like, they're inspired by what you have to bring, what you have to offer to them. They are inspired. They're feeling inspired. Because planet Mars energy is a masculine energy, is proactive, while house 8 would be Scorpio energy, but Scorpio is also Pluto as well as Mars. Transformation, karma, facing fears, that would be the Pluto side of it. So you both could have Scorpio in your chart, but you could balance each other out. It's like Pluto was talking about indifference. That's the opposite of Mars. So it took for you to pull your energy back for this person to show up and face their fears. It's like, look, I have feelings for you. It's mutable. Endings but new beginnings. Like surrender, fluidity, and welcome change. Now I feel like that's the moon energy. Water. Wow. And when I say moon energy, that talks about your emotions. Like your moon signs, water. Mutable energies are Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius. So your moon sign can be any of those 4 signs. And so it's a balance between the 2 of you. Spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion, while surrendering, fluidity, and welcoming change. They want to welcome you in their world once you decided to say no thank you. If you're going to be a dick about what you're feeling, who you are, who I am, you don't deserve it. If you can't tolerate me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. And that's another thing about Marilyn Monroe. I forget the movie she did, but she also said that the man was challenging her when she was about to marry his son. And he was like, I don't want you marrying my son. And she was like, you thought I was an airhead. You listened to all the negative shit about me and you thought that I was just a doozy. But you know what? Why wouldn't you want that for your son? I am pretty. So why wouldn't you want that for your son? And pretty isn't everything, but it sure does make it a hell of a lot easier. It sure does matter to some degree. Just like you thought I would marry your son because he owned a pretty penny. So somebody's father could be judging you harshly, and he could be heavily influenced by why his father feels that way. because he built the empire off nothing, and he don't want anybody who's a dickhead or an airhead or somebody who's just a user and abuser, a gold digger. Because in that part of the movie, the father thought that Marilyn Monroe's character was a gold digger. You just want my son for his money. Yes, he owns a pretty penny, but that's not everything. But it sure does help. That's just like a woman being pretty. A man's wife needs to be pretty. It's not everything, but it sure does help a lot, doesn't it? Just like his pretty penny sure does help a lot. You can't live a life that you want without no money. Just like you can't want to be a vixen to your a man can't want to be a vixen to his wife if he's not attracted to her. Like, pretty isn't everything, but it fucking helps. So this man thinks you're drop dead gorgeous, just like you believe he owns a pretty penny, and I'm pretty sure he does. Just like he understands for a fact you're beautiful. And she had to stand her ground in that scene. So the father had to really stand back on his heels and really think about what she was saying. Let's welcome change. Because you got the world card. So that's endings to new beginnings. So we're going to see what happens. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.